This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Umaru Sanda Amadu here tonight with
Ejubi Wiafe Akinton.
And coming up over the next 90 minutes, Ghana drags neighboring Togo to international arbitration under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, over a long-standing maritime boundary dispute between the two countries. We have details of what exactly Accra wants from Lome tonight here on Eyewitness News. Also coming up, some cocoa farmers from Western North Region besiege cocoa board offices in Accra demanding a reversal of the reviewed cocoa prices. And later on Eyewitness News, sugarcane farmers file an RTI, that's a right to information commission requesting the current state of the Commander Sugar factory in the Central Region. Stay with 97.3 CTF for more on this and many other stories on Eyewitness News. And in business,
Ghana retains global lead in mobile money regulation.
That's in 15 minutes from the City Business Desk. Eyewitness News is live across the country on a number of affiliate stations. And Ejubi is going to walk us through a list of stations you can tune to if you're going outside Accra. I want to still listen to Eyewitness News.
In the Western region, we're live on Adrimpa 100.7 FM in Takwa and Beach, 105.5 FM in Takrade. In the Bono region, tune into Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyane. In the Ashanti region, we're live on Focus 94.3 FM in Kumasi and Orange 107.9 FM. In the Volta region, we're live on Revival 99.3 FM in Tajewu and VOV Radio 95.7 FM in Hohoi. In the Northern region, it's Radio Bimbila 91.9 FM. And in the Upper East region, tune in to Quality 88.7 FM in Garu and Gumzan 90.1 FM in Tongo. In the Upper West, you can tune in to Tungsong 97.3 FM in Wa and Jirapa 96.1 FM.
And around the globe on citinewsroom.com, that's where you can listen to us. We are also live on YouTube. Just look for Citi FM. And you can also find us on Facebook. If you want to send messages to the show, the WhatsApp number to send your message to is 0539 986 996. 0539 986 996. If you want to go on X, do mention my handle at Umaru Sanda or at Citi973, and I want to hear what you think. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM, coming to you from our studios in Accra. I am Umaru Sanda Amadu here with Ejubi Wiafe Akinton. So let's start off with stories having to do with okay, let me just take this. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 CTF. And let's talk about cocoa. Now, it has been a topical issue for the past few days. We are told tonight that there's some demonstration happening at the cocoa board head office in Accra. The demonstration is by farmers, we are told, who came from the Western North region. We'll be hearing from the farmers. This is despite everything that the government has said in relation to cocoa. Just by way of update, the cocoa board has taken a number of steps over the past few days. So, first of all, we are told that as of yesterday, cocoa board had paid 854 million cedis. Actually 1.1 or 1.09, so almost 1.1 billion cedis to license buying companies so that farmers would be paid. Subsequent to that, we are told that cocoa board management reduced their salaries or took salary cuts. Then we are also getting information now that cocoa board board of directors have waived their sitting allowance in support of the sector reforms. A communication that has been put up by Ghana Cocoa Board said that it is in support of the ongoing reform of the cocoa industry in Ghana. So a number of measures have been taken, but the cocoa farmers would have none of it, at least the ones who are demonstrating. And we are told that they moved from the Western North region where they demonstrated yesterday, and tonight they are in Accra, continuing with their protest. Let me speak to our reporter Hansin Ajiman, who's at the cocoa board premises, I believe, following these particular protesters or people who are engaging in picketing. Hansen, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Sandra.
Tell us where you are exactly, which kind of people are there, and what's the nature of this picketing?
So we have the Cocoa House in Accra Central, and these are cocoa farmers from the Western North region. If you would recall, yesterday farmers from Sejiri, Bodi, and another town in the Western North embarked on a protest challenging the decision by the government to reduce the cocoa price from about 3,600 to 2,500 plus. So after having submitted a petition at the Western North Directorate of Cocoa Board, they passed themselves to Accra here to again make it the same demand. Their point is that they operated with the promise of 3,600 plus per bag for cocoa, and based on that, some of them have committed to certain loans, and as a result of that, the decision by the government to reduce the price to 2,500 plus is a worry and a concern for them. They also say that their cost of living has increased, cost of inputs have also increased, and they are thus calling on government to revert this decision. And they say that the only position they will take is for, or agree with government, is for government to revert back to the 3,600 plus, which was promised before the beginning of the season. And if government is not able to afford that, they are then urging government to at least revert to the 3,100 price that they were paid at the dying end of the NPP administration. Initially, they indicated that they were going to picket at the Cocoa Board office until their demands are met before they leave. Deputy Public Relations Officer of Cocoa Board, we are told, who engaged the farmers, indicated that since they have brought their views to, or their demands to Cocoa Board, he would relay same to management and they will be addressed. He urged them to take leave of the premises of Cocoa Board, which they initially declined, but he managed to convince the management to enter into the Cocoa Board building, where we believe that they are supposed to have an interaction with management, and after that, the understanding between parties is that the farmers will return back to their base in Western North.
About how many farmers are we talking about here? And there are messages coming through suggesting they are political actors pretending to be farmers. Yesterday, you heard the reaction from the deputy minister in relation to these particular farmers. What kind of comments have they made? What kind of people are they?
Well, about 30 of them, I must say, who are here clad in red and black, with placards of varying inscriptions, mainly pointing at the fact that government has disappointed them. In our interactions with them, some of them say that they've been farming as long as they can remember, and since they matured and began to work, some say that they inherited their farms from their parents, who in turn had inherited the farms from their grandparents. And for some of them, they say they've been farming cocoa for the past 22 years. And I must say, yes, we did not specifically put a question as to whether they are MPP or not, but when we query them on how long they've been doing the farming, some of them say, for one particular man that we spoke to, he says he's been farming for the past 22 years as a cocoa farmer. There are others who are not able to put years to the number of years they've been farming, but say that they've been doing it as far as they can remember. And mainly their point is that this is what they depend on. They take care of their bills, they take care of their families based on the proceeds they make out of cocoa farming, and so the decision by government will affect them negatively. When we inquire from them on reasons accounting for this reduction, i.e., being the reduction of cocoa price at the world market, what they tell us is that yes, in time past they have seen that cocoa prices would reduce at the world market level, but never have they heard that the government will decide to reduce the price at which it is going to purchase the cocoa beans per bag from them. And they're saying that the government should do what is done always, which is for government in its own to come up with a bailout. I mean, they didn't say bailout necessarily, but per their description, government should come up with something to cushion them and at least maintain the price at 3,600 plus until the end of the season before even a reduction will take place. It would do so. And if government cannot do so, they are open to accepting the 3,100 that the S-World MPP government was paying them at the dying end.
Thank you for speaking to us, Hansin Ajiman, speaking to us from the Cocoa Board offices, where he's saying that about 30 or so farmers, cocoa farmers from the Western North region have come there to protest, asking that their salary, not their salary, but the agreements, the previous agreement should hold, and they do not agree with the reduction in the price of cocoa per bag. Jerome Kweku-Sam is head of public affairs at Cocoa Board. Jerome, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you very much, Mario.
These farmers who are protesting in front of your office, how big a deal is it to your office in relation to what they are doing?
Please can you come again? The line dropped.
Okay, so my question is, you have farmers in front of your office demonstrating. That must be a big deal for you.
Well, Omar, thank you very much. Let me extend my greetings to your listeners out there. We have taken all the issues in relation to the industry very serious. I mean, from the time the announcement came that there's been a reduction, I think that Cocoa Board has not gone to sleep. That is why there have been series of measures put in place to mitigate the difficulty or challenges that we are faced as an industry. Let me use this opportunity to address the farmers. I do not want to talk about whether the numbers that came to our office are small or not. But the most important thing is that we are considering the issues raised. And I think that as Cocoa Board, we have never been oblivious about the issues that have been raised by our farmers, most especially the reduction in their hot farm gate price. We are never saying that the farmers should sing praises for what has happened. But all that we seek to do is to bring our farmers up to speed as to the various dynamics that happen in the industry. Because if we are able to make them understand as to what goes in terms of fixing the price and also the current situation that we are experiencing on the international market, I think that will help for us to be able to deal with the matter. But after the reduction, Omar, even if you are taking 100,000 Ghana cedis and then 10,000 a splash, you obviously complain. But the reasons ascribed to why there have been a reduction, I think that is what we all must look at. We all must look out for. But as Cocoa Board, we take every concern seriously.
Okay, so does it mean that the issue, because the minority in Parliament is also demanding that the reversal be reversed, these farmers have come to also make the same call. Does it mean the ship about a possible review of the cocoa price, that ship has long sailed, and there's no way the farmers would be paid based on everything that's happened so far?
No, Umaru, as head of public affairs for Cocoa Board, I cannot speak to decisions that have been made by Cabinet. But I do not have the power to speak to decisions of Cabinet. So it was a Cabinet decision which subsequently led to the reduction in price, all right, for the cocoa farmer. So if there's going to be a reversal or not, it does not lie in my mouth, or I do not have any iota of power to communicate same. But I think that what the minority is seeking to do is not necessarily in the interest of our dear cocoa farmers. I see it to be that they want to revive, their political fortunes, which have dwindled, over the years. But if we indeed mean well for the ordinary cocoa farmer, then I think this is the time for us to rally behind the government in respect of the decisions or the reforms that have been taken. Because, Amaru, I have been a cocoa farmer myself. I was born to a cocoa farmer. We have long been complaining that whenever there is an increment on the international market, we do not benefit. We do not benefit. And that is what this current administration and the government seeks to do, seeks to eliminate. Because we are transitioning to the era whereby should the price go up on the international market, the farmer benefit. Omar, as we speak, let me tell you what this government has done. As we speak, do you know some 2 weeks ago when the finance minister announced that the price was reduced from 7,200 to 4,200, which was a 3,000 reduction. Today, the price has further reduced by $1,200. So we are doing just about $3,000. Government has not come out again to say that, look, based on what is happening, I have to further do what? Adjust the price or reduce the price. Government is burning that what? Is burning that cost. So we should understand and appreciate the fact that where we find ourselves as an industry, it's not the best. It's really not the best. I don't know if I've read the publication by Reuters, what the Ivorians are considering doing. What Ivorians are considering doing. So it is a serious matter. We need not to politicize it, even though I know that the politician will hop onto it because, it is an industry that comes with its own political fortunes and all that. But if we are particular about safeguarding the livelihood of over 5 million Ghanaians, then we should eschew this partisan politics and deal with the matter squarely.
While we are at that, you have been paying the farmers. Have all farmers been paid now?
Omaru, not all the farmers have been paid. I say so because not all the monies involved that have been paid. I wouldn't be able to tell you that if farmer A or B has received his or her money, because Cocoa Board does not deal directly with the farmer. We deal with the LBCs. What I can speak for a fact is some monies have been transferred to the LBCs to enable them make payment to our dear or gallant cocoa farmers. And I spoke to you, I think that was 2 days ago, that about 1.1 billion almost have been released for that purpose. We are hoping to do it, to pay more.
Okay. Now, if you have now transferred the money to the LBCs, the difficulty is that it will still take some days before it gets to the cocoa farmer. Considering that this directive by Cabinet was given days ago, the expectation would be that the payment should be a bit expedited, don't you think? Because if you don't give them everything, at least give them quickly what you are giving them. No?
Yeah, so, Omaru, interestingly, some of these LBCs go in for their own facility to pay the farmers even before they come to Cocoa Board for payment. So I wouldn't be able to speak for all the LBCs because that is not my responsibility per se. But what I do know for a fact is that some of these LBCs, even before Cocoa Board makes payment, they go in for their own facility to enable them make payment to the farmers. So they will replace it with whatever amount that Cocoa Board pays to them. But it is a normal process. Okay. If monies are being released to the LBC, then the LBCs will also check with their purchasing clerks or their district officers and all that, and know the number of farmers that they do owe. So they also will call their various district officers as well as purchasing clerks, and then do what? And then give them money for onward disbursement or payment to the farmers at their local places or at their villages or districts. Okay. So that has been the process.
Thank you for speaking to us. That's Jerome Sam. He's head of public affairs at Cocoa Board. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Let's go international. Ghana has served notice that it's taking Togo to the international platform, the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. That's a law governing the boundary dispute or the arbitration that Ghana is seeking to go under. We have done that in the past, where we went to the International Tribunal on the Law of the Sea for the Ivory Coast. What are we trying to do this time? Let's speak to Herbert Jabba. He's Director of Survey and Delimitation at the Ghana Boundary Commission. Mr. Jabba, you're welcome to Eyewitness News, sir.
Thank you, sir.
First of all, Boundary Commission, the assumption was that you just deal with our boundaries with, say, Cote d'Ivoire on land, Burkina Faso on land, and Togo on land. This matter sounds like we are dealing with a delimitation, or we are dealing with a dispute relating to our boundary in the sea. Or is this dispute about our boundary on land?
So the mandate of the Ghana Boundary Commission by the Act 1123 stipulates that the Ghana Boundary Commission takes charge of our boundaries both on land, the maritime space, which is the sea, and also in the airspace. So it falls squarely also in our domain concerning the maritime space.
Okay, so this particular place of dispute, is it in the sea like happened with Cote d'Ivoire, or it's on land?
It's on the sea. So maritime means it's at the sea, offshore. Yes, please.
Okay. Can you tell us what the difficulty is, how long this challenge has arisen, and why we are now deciding to take it to an arbitration platform?
So for the past 8 years, Ghana and Togo, somewhere around 2015, 2016, Togo accosted or stopped our vessels from carrying out some deep sea research on offshore the offshore basins, and that halted that process. When that happened, the government of Ghana sent a delegation to the Togo authorities, and from 2018, negotiations of coming to an amicable solution for the definition of the maritime boundary was started. So for about 8 years, these negotiations went on and on, but a lot of progress were made, but a definite agreement could not be reached, and so government has seen it necessary to go to the next step in the processes to make sure that this is ended peacefully.
Why has this arisen? Is there some mineral, deposits that have been discovered in that region, for which reason there's an irate?
Not necessarily, but every nation has the ocean adjoining it, has a jurisdiction over the ocean adjoining it, the territorial sea, the 24-kilometer nautical miles and the 200 nautical miles. So the adjoining seas belongs to the coasts, but the boundaries between neighboring countries need to be clearly defined and delimited. And in the delimitation comes the issues that has arisen now. As for the oil exploration, it has been something that is ongoing in our jurisdiction over the period, so it's not necessarily in that line.
Have we, and because I see that we've tried mediation in the past, is it the case that we are saying Togo has, entered into our land? Is that what is happening, or we are trying to seek some territory that hitherto belong to Togo? What's our case before this tribunal as we go?
So in the maritime space, the boundaries between nations need to be clearly defined. The laws on UNCLOS have a full law and a tribunal that backs that definition. And because the two countries are not setting on interpretation of the law, even though they had sat down over a period of time, there's no conclusion to it. So this has necessitated the next step, the possible next step that needs to be taken, so that there's peace between these two sister nations.
Is it a case that there were violent aggressions in the past, and that is why we've decided to go the path we are going?
So I would say that as any neighboring states and as any coastal nations all across the world, from time to time, institutions working in the maritime space come across some restrictions or face occasional misunderstandings that necessitates that the clear definition of the boundary be come into play. So it has happened before for where there are misunderstandings in operations between various operators, and that is why this calls for an amicable solution. Like I said, we have tried to negotiate over almost 8 years, and we believe that the next step will be to go to arbitration to help define the boundary to bring peace among neighbors.
Typically, how long will this take? And has Togo been formally served where they would have to respond? What's the process going to be like over the next, weeks, months, years?
Okay, so according to the Annex 7 of the arbitration, we are looking at somewhere between 2 to 4 years. However, proceedings and the calendar schedules will be determined when the panel is impaneled, when the team has been impaneled, and they will give the timelines and the meeting times. So that's what we are looking at.
Now that the processes have been filed, or is it the case that we are now going to file? We've just notified Togo that we intend to file.
So the process has begun, and the first step is to notify our sisters. That is very brotherly and even in its nature. So the government of Ghana has called on our sister nation to tell them that we are, or have sent a message to them that we are in the stage where we believe that there's a next process we should take. So we have notified them, and the next steps will follow accordingly.
Very well. And so we'll be filing the processes, and then they would have to respond, and then the litigation commences.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you too, sir.
That's Herbert Jabba. He is Director of Survey and Delimitation at the Ghana Boundary Commission. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens. Imagine making or collecting all payments without leaving your chair. Sounds like magic, right? Nah, it's Stanbic Pay.
As the Chief Financial Director of SBA Holdings Limited, payments from clients flow like magic through Stanbic Pay.
From school fees to utilities, government and statutory payment to investment, insurance payment, Hajj payment, and more. Just log on to Stanbic Pay and you're set for life. No Stanbic account, no queues, no stress, no last-minute panic.
Cherish your time and live happier in safety and convenience.
Just visit stanbicbank.com.gh or call 030-340-9212 or 055-676-0683 to get started.
Go Ghana. This much, we don't just remember where we're from, we celebrate who we are. Our stories, our culture, our rhythm, our pride. And it all begins with an evening designed to set the tone for an unforgettable Heritage Month. Join us as we officially launch the Heritage Month 2026 in grand style, color, and culture. Date is Wednesday, 25th February 2026. The venue is the Channel 1 TV Gardens. The time is 5:30 p.m. prompt. It will be an evening of culture, conversation, music, fashion, and storytelling as we unveil the exciting lineup of events and programs specially curated for you this March. From powerful cultural experiences to engaging community moments to celebrations that connect generations. The Heritage Month 2026 promises something for everyone. This is more than a lunch. It's a gathering of cultural lovers, a meeting of tradition and modern expression, a night that sets the heartbeat for the month ahead. The Heritage Month Launch 2026, an evening you truly cannot afford to miss. We will see you there. This event is strictly by invitation.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions
and send tweets,
where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. Everywhere you go.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. The Upper West region has recorded 5 deaths and 7 confirmed cases out of 34 suspected meningitis cases after week 7 of the meningitis season. Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Samuel Kaba-Korea, disclosed this during a working tour to assess the cerebrospinal meningitis situation in the Upper West region. According to him, this year's figures shows a recurring pattern of delayed reporting to health facilities. Away from that, the Minister of Health, Kwabena Minta Akando, has paid a working visit to the Mamprobi Polyclinic following a baby theft incident at the facility on Tuesday, February 17. He urged management to strictly comply with directives issued by the Ghana Health Service, stressing that staff must wear their name tags at all times within the facility. The minister also called on all health facilities to establish close working relationships with nearby police stations to enhance security in the wake of such incidents.
Apart from the tagging, which is part of the clear protocols of identification of patients and, in this case, babies, name tags should not be taken off at the ward level. Name tags, both the parent, the mother, and the baby, should be taken off at the security gate, at the exit. That's why you take the name tags off. After going through all the protocols, settling your debts, and you are exiting the health facility. That's where the name tags must be taken off. And that is one of the reasons why, or that is one of the means why we can avoid the incidents of baby swaps. We hear this a lot. Stealing of babies and people complaining that no, this is not my baby. In some cases, they come from the identification of the babies. So tagging babies and tagging parents are very, very important in these circumstances. So these are the few ones. There are more. For example, I have told them that look, I do not want to go to any health facility and I see a bare land, red soil. No. That place must either be paved, tagged, or must plant grasses, flowers.
You heard the Minister of Health, Kwabena Minta Akando. The Member of Parliament for Ablekuma South, Alfred Oko Vanderpoy, also appealed to the Health Minister to expand the facility's labour, postnatal and recovery wards to enhance service delivery.
Your request was to expand all the local so if we can expand this to the back, then Mamprobi, Ablekuma Central, Ablekuma West, all much better.
That was the Member of Parliament for Ablekuma South, Alfred Oko Vanderpoy. Meanwhile, the suspect in the Mamprobi Polyclinic baby theft case has been remanded into police custody for 14 days. Latifa Idrisu is expected to reappear before the court on March 4, 2026. Away from that, lawyers for the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Mpiboesiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, have filed a submission of no case in his ongoing illegal mining trial. The application was filed after the prosecution closed its case. Chairman Wontumi and his co-assured are standing trial over claims that they transferred mining rights in respect of Akonta Mining Samurai concession to a third party without approval from the minister responsible for mines. Lead counsel for Chairman Wontumi, Andy Apiakubi, spoke to Citi News after court proceedings.
we have had a submission of notice. So the matter has been adjourned to the 10th March. Whether or not a prosecution will file response to that is certainly up to them. If that is done, they will also be said, if we will be able to respond to that, they will do. If not, they will come for a ruling. We'll come and take a date for the ruling and submission of no case. So, for now, the submission of no case is a public document because we have filed it.
You heard Andy Apiakubi, lead counsel for Chairman Wontumi. A member of Parliament's Food and Agriculture Committee, Dominic Nitio, has criticised the government over what he describes as undue delay in probing expenditure on the Polagu multi-purpose dam project. According to him, the delay in concluding investigations into the $12 million spent under the previous administration raises concerns about the government's commitment to constructing the dam. Speaking to Citi News, he rejected claims of any wrongdoing by the previous government.
This investigation, 1 month you finish with it. Why are they using 13, 14 months to finish the investigation? I think they're not serious about it and they are passing the buck. If you know how contractors are paid, nobody can unless you are very corrupt. It will be very, very difficult for anybody to say that he pumped in money there. If you award a contract to a contractor, for example, you pay that contractor something we call mobilization, 15%, no more than 15% mobilization to go and start the process, right? And then that contractor, before that 50 mobilization is paid, there's something we call bank guarantee or insurance guarantee. So that money is not for free. You have to guarantee it. So if that work is not done, your government can pull his money back. So you don't lose any money. At no point in the Ministry of Defense did I award a contract to any contractor and pre-give the contractor money with that guarantees. And it's like that everywhere. So there was a guarantee. So if, for example, government feels that the work was not done to satisfaction, obviously they would have pulled it out.
You heard Member on Parliament's Food and Agriculture Committee, Dominic Nitiwo.
Let's remain with the agri sector, and Sugarcane Farmers Association of Ghana in Komenda Kisi in the Central Region has filed a petition, or rather written a request under the Right to Information Act, asking for information on the Komenda Sugar Development Company Limited. Now, the farmers have raised a number of issues, and their letter is addressed to the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness, and copy to the Chief of Staff, the Office of the President, Deputy Minister at the Ministry of Trade, the Chief Director at the Ministry of Trade, the Right to Information Commission, the Central Regional Minister, the Member of Parliament, the Municipal Chief Executive, and so on. Nana Nsanyi Wozi the first is chairman of the Sugarcane Farmers Association of Ghana. Nana, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you.
I tried to pronounce your traditional name. It did not work. So let me mention your private name, Mr. Samuel Mensah.
Oh, you can go on.
Okay. Talk to me about how many members you have in this your association, and what do you seek to do, and how old is your association?
We are over 1,000 because we have some at KEA, in the Western region, part of Western region, then the Abdullah Asebu, Kwamankasi, we have some people there, and the Citi area, getting to Sudola, we have some other farmers there. So we are many.
I see. And you formed this association how long ago? What exactly do you seek to do?
Oh, this association was formed on somewhere, I think, 2015 thereabout. 2015. Because it's our sugar cane in which they used to try the first time when Honorable Excellency Muhammad said he has completed the country around 2015.
I know that the Commander Sugar Factory works with outgrowers, sugarcane farmers. I believe that
we are the outgrowers.
You are the outgrowers.
Yes, we are the outgrowers.
Great. So what are you seeking? you want information on the company. What seems to be the problem with the company? For which reason you want official information? What's the state of affairs as you see then? Why do you want a written letters to you saying A, B, C, D?
Okay. Our program is now today that I'm talking to you. I have around about 20 hectares at sugarcane farm. TV3 has knows my farm. UTV knows my farm. And there are some other farmers too, in which they have sugarcane right now as I'm talking to you.
The plan was you grow the sugarcane, the company offtakes to use it to process or produce sugar. Is that not what is happening currently?
They say when they are even the new trade minister came. When he came in 2 months, he came here around 2 months time when he was ordained as a trade minister. He came and met us at Commander Sugar Factory. From there, we went to farm. And he worked the farm, sugarcane herself. So she promised us that we should wait in about 2 months' time. We'll hear something from her. As of now, we haven't heard anything.
When did you harvest your sugarcane?
Where?
When?
You say where?
How long ago since you harvested the sugarcane?
Oh, for sugarcane, if you plant sugarcane and if you get enough rain, in about 8 months' time, you can harvest.
Okay, so my question is that this cocoa, not cocoa, sugarcane you say you have, how long ago since you harvested it and kept it?
Oh, even as I'm talking to you right now, I have some at farm. Right now, even in which I don't have really people to buy.
When you say people to buy, we believe that the sugar factory is supposed to buy. Have you tried to sell to them? What did they say to you?
Working. The factory is not working.
Not working at all or not working fully?
No, it's not working at all. The factory is not working at all.
Since when?
Oh, it is since around 2017. Since 2017, in which Leonardo just started the factory. Then he called the farmers. He said, now it's okay. Ruben is sugarcane. So we will help with the farmers so that we grow the sugarcane more as at now. And in about 6 months to elections, that we heard that they have imported brown sugar from Brazil. So we went there with some of the journalists, the factory, to see they themselves. As of now, nothing.
Wow. So for 8 years now, the factory has not been working?
Yes, since 2017 up to date, the factory is not working.
So who have you been selling? Who have you been selling your sugarcane to?
Local distilleries.
Akpeteshi distilleries.
Akpeteshi distilleries, in which you beg them to come and buy.
Wow.
You have no way. Even that I'm talking to you, I have about 10 trucks at some sugarcane right now.
Wow.
Since 2017, the factory is not working.
Right now, you want information, but what would you do with the information? If the President Mahama called you and said, what should I do with Commander Sugar Factory, or what should I do for you farmers, what would you say to him?
Oh, what I will say, we want the factory to work. So we want him to help growers so that we expand our sugarcane farm. That's all. We all want the factory to work.
We will pray for you, and we wish you all the best. And thank you for speaking to us.
Okay, thank you.
That is Nana Nsanyewuzi, the first, known in private life as Mr. Samuel Mensah. He is chairman of the Sugarcane Farmers Association of Ghana, Commander Kesi, in the Central Region. They have filed a right to information request to the government on the Commander Sugar Factory. Let me read some of your reactions to our stories tonight. Abi National says, this demonstrators, how sure are we that they are not MPP members who term themselves as cocoa farmers? Aziz Donline says, the reduction of the price of cocoa is the best way to salvage the already uncompetitive and unsustainable cocoa industry, because the MPP government has procured a lot of cocoa stocks which are still stuck at the harbour, and huge loans which have collapsed the industry. Akapo Junior Nafomim says, the president must empathize with cocoa farmers and give back to farmers the previous price of the rest of the cocoa season. The reduction will thwart their plans. Jay Intema says, about Cocoa Board and other government workers, why should they be paid for attending meetings? That's sitting allowance. Isn't it part of their job? I work in the private sector and we don't get paid for that. Our company is very efficient and makes good profit. Why can't government agencies do the same? Peter from Cocoa Village says, the issue in the cocoa industry has to do with clarity. The farmers need to know how much the price has been sold in the world market and how much the government is giving to them as farmers. Currently, the government is getting over 90% of the FOB, which has never been the case in the past. Mbabugri Samadu from Zebila says, my problem with the president is, Mr. President, why can't you settle the issue of the cocoa farmers? Rather, you are signing 24-hour economy bill. Is this not robbing Peter to pay Paul? God save us, you say. Richard Jelta Clue in Hohwe says, governance is a continuous process, and therefore I entreat our hardworking cocoa farmers to exercise some patience to this current NDC administration, because the mess was already created before they came. President Mahama and the NDC government have already put in good measures to clean the mess created. You can send your message to 0549 986 996, 0549 986 996. Ejubi.
Some stories that will interest travelers and those making arrangements ahead of the 2026 World Cup, because the United States Embassy is urging individuals interested in traveling to the US to attend the 2026 World Cup to take advantage of a newly opened visa appointment window. Currently, thousands of visa appointment slots have been made available to Ghanaians planning to attend the tournament. Speaking to the press, Chargé d'Affaires asked the U.S. Embassy, Rolf Olson, said the visa window is also open to persons traveling for other purposes and encouraged interested applicants to apply early.
As of today, February 20th, we have added tens of thousands of B visa appointments in the lead up to the World Cup. And indeed, we have lots of appointments available now. We have been putting out the message on social media, on the radio, and now I'm here today to help hammer home that message. And everyone benefits from this increased visa appointment availability. So whether you've been planning to book your appointment or wondering whether you can bring an existing appointment forward, which you can do it now. There's no reason to wait to apply for a B visa. If you plan to travel for the World Cup or any other B visa travel to the United States, apply now. While we have thousands of appointments available in the coming months, once our appointment capacity is reached, we cannot add more. Please do not wait to apply until close to the World Cup itself. We look forward to continuing to work with the government of Ghana to ensure that the country's participation in the World Cup is a success. Its team, its cultural and commercial delegations, as well as the fans. Our deployment of additional consular personnel and opening of tens of thousands of additional visa appointments is a concrete example of that partnership in action.
He also urged applicants to adhere strictly to the approved duration of stay, emphasizing that no overstays will be tolerated.
every country has its immigration practices and laws, right? And this is certainly true of Ghana as well. And when a government issues a visa to a visitor for whatever purpose, for whatever length of time, it's really incumbent upon that visitor to respect the laws of the country that they are in. And that's both in terms of their conduct in the country, as well as how long they stay. And so we very, very strongly encourage people and expect people who are granted a visa to go to the U.S. and observe the terms of that visa from the length of time they're there to what they're actually doing. People who have exceeded the terms of their visa are breaking the law. And needless to say, we take that very seriously in the United States.
Chargé d'Affaires at the U.S. Embassy, Rolf Olson. Now, security consultant Richard Commodore is calling for broad public consultations on proposed reforms to the National Security Bill. The Security and Intelligence Agencies Bill laid before Parliament by Interior Minister Muntaka Mohamed Mubarak yesterday seeks to streamline coordination and prevent institutional conflicts. Speaking to Citi News, he urged Parliament's Defence and Security Committee to invite input from external experts.
What they are trying to do now is to take away the identity, reverse it back to a position where there wouldn't be the position of a minister, and straight away you have the National Security Coordinator. For some of us who have worked with the BNI for many years, why will you want to change the name of the bureau into NIB? When you have a bank that runs the same name, it doesn't make sense. It wasn't properly thought. There was no strategy and there was no strategic thinking. You put the lives of the operatives in danger. Nobody changes the name of the FBI or the CIA, and nobody changes the name of the MI5, MI. When the BNI has a solid brand, was a solid institution for all these years in making sure that national sovereignty guarantees are achieved by providing the appropriate intelligence. So we have advocated, some of us advocated for the past 7 years, that change back the name to BNI and let it remain so. I think they need public education. The two committees need a lot of public education. These are politicians who might not have the expertise. And I have a problem when you have politicians taking decisions when it comes to National Security Council institutions.
Richard Commodore is a security consultant. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Up next is Citi Business News, brought to you by Republic Bank. We are the one for you. Join the Republic verse. Do more, shine more, big up.
Mr. Kojo, 1 minute before you go to work. The AC you said you want to fix, it won't work.
Why?
Because the electrician will come and chisel my wall. It will make my building weak. Wait, is that a puppy? No animals in my house, oh.
Kojo knows all the challenges about renting. That was his reality until he discovered Republic Bank. With Republic Bank's flexible mortgage solutions, you can move from tenant to homeowner quickly. Imagine stepping into your own home, a place for your family to grow and create memories. Big up. Join the Republic Verse. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ejibi Miafe Akente. Let's settle for the details. Ghana has retained its position as the world's top performer in the 2025 Mobile Money Regulatory Index, posting an improved score of 96.10%, up from 95.06% in 2024. The latest ranking further consolidates Ghana's standing as a global leader in mobile money regulation, supported by a robust framework that encourages innovation, advances financial inclusion, and reinforces consumer protection across the digital financial ecosystem. Here's more.
For the Global System for Mobile Communications Association, Ghana's continued dominance positions it as a benchmark for digital finance governance globally. The index assesses regulatory frameworks across 90 countries. The country achieved perfect scores of 100 in transparency and disclosure requirements, authorization processes, and consumer protection. Ghana scored 93 in integrity, demonstrating solid ethical standards and compliance within the mobile money sector. Oversight of operations, organization, and governance recorded 85, suggesting scope for improved coordination and monitoring. Meanwhile, policy enablement scored 96, signaling a regulatory climate that supports innovation and effective policy implementation. In response to the ranking, the Bank of Ghana reaffirmed its commitments to collaboration and policy continuity. Despite the strong regulatory showing, fraud remains a significant challenge within Ghana's expanding mobile money ecosystem. Data from the Cybersecurity Authority indicates between January and September 2025, Ghana recorded more than 2,000 cybercrime incidents, many linked to mobile money fraud, resulting in losses exceeding 19 million Ghana cedis for individuals and businesses. Despite Ghana's world-class mobile money regulations, rising fraud underscores the need for vigilance and stronger fraud prevention to protect users and maintain trust.
Netele Neti Ajaho filed that report. Now, government is optimistic about renewed investor confidence in Ghana's upstream petroleum sector following Parliament's approval to extend the Jubilee and TN petroleum agreements to 2040. The extension is expected to provide long-term fiscal and operational certainty to operators while positioning the country to reverse the persistent decline in crude oil production recorded in recent years. Technical advisor at the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, Dr. Yusuf Suleimana, in an interview with Citi Business News, said the move signals government's commitment to creating a stable investment climate for upstream players.
It is coming at a time when we consistently had some drops within our production portfolio within the upstream. What the extension means is that it brings a lot of certainty within the upstream space in terms of the investment drive. Remember, not too long ago, our partners, the Jubilee partners, GMPC with the Jubilee partners, they have promised actually to invest closer to 2 billion within our production portfolio. And what that will mean is that this 2 billion is not sitting down as hard cash for them to go and pick it up and come and invest. They also have to go and see lenders. And so I see that this kind of extension will give a lot of momentum and credibility to whatever lending procedure that they want to undertake to unlock this 2 billion investment within the upstream. And so if we manage to get the investment done and done well as planned, which I think the Jubilee and the Jubilee partners are on course to doing that, we're going to have a lot of improvement within the upstream.
Dr. Yusuf Suleimana is technical advisor at the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. And that's all for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News, brought to you by Republic Bank. We are the one for you. Join the Republic verse, do more, shine more, big up.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Oh, jump on now. Go, go. Go me. I want that way you can't park where I don't hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind says be the 3-in-1 action. No, Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. One pair way now open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Kuma has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right, stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, He spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move! Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payments for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep, his standing order marches out to sort his bills. With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Are you ready to revolutionize the future of agriculture? The Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, in partnership with the Ghana Exim Bank, proudly presents the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026. The fair will feature exhibitions, market linkages, masterclasses, and workshops on climate-smart farming, digital tools, and export development. Join us at the Black Star Square from March 17 to March 19 at 9 a.m. each day. The President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will be assisted by the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, the Honorable Elizabeth Ofusui-Jari, and the Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, Honorable Sylvester Adina Mensah, to open the fair. Government agencies, agrotech firms, startups, farmers, financial institutions, and the general public are all welcome. To exhibit or for inquiries, call 0559 679326 or 0242 585419. Media partners: Daily Graphic, Media General, Radio Gold, Citi FM, and Channel 1 TV. Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026, transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology.
Hey, Auntie Akos. My momo is finished, but I still want to buy some pepper.
Hey, you are still stressing. You haven't heard about Extra Balance from Forms Capital?
Extra Balance? Which one is that?
It's a good way to get a small boost for your momo wallet when the pockets are dry. Extra Balance will give you a little extra money to sort yourself out till your next top up.
So, even me, I can use it?
Of course! Extra Balance helps everybody. Market women, students, small traders. No wallet left behind. With Extra Balance from Forms Capital, you get a little extra when your wallet runs low. Also, the interest is only charged for the days you actually use the money. It's part of our mission to drive community growth and financial inclusion, because when everybody can move forward, we all win. Sign up for free on the Momo app, navigate to Financial Services, Advances, and select Extra Balance to register, or dial *170#, select 5, select 3, then select 4 to activate Extra Balance. Live extra with Extra Balance.
Ramadan Kareem, a season of peace, lessons, and giving. Electroland Ghana Limited is bringing blessings into your home with special value deals on Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO. NASCO TVs from just $699, bottom fridge freezer from $1999, chest freezer from $1999, Samsung 6kg twin tab washing machine for 2,999 Ghana cedis, Samsung microwaves from 1,799 Ghana cedis, TCL 43 inches for 2,999 Ghana cedis, TCL water dispenser for 1,599 Ghana cedis, TCL front load inverter for 5,999 Ghana cedis, Media air cooler for 1,499 Ghana cedis, air fryer, juicer, stand mixer, and blender at all special Ramadan prices. Visit EGL showrooms and authorized dealers nationwide. Call us on 0503-159739 and on our website at www.electrolandgh.com. Electroland Ghana, bringing Ramadan value home.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. I want time where you can't park where I don't hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. One pair way now open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the go be too small.
Go the go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Hey, Andrea, challenge these days, new level crown. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life.
Hey.
I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank, and that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I lay your side, Fidelity.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
This is Point Blank on Eyewitness News. I am Omar Rusanda Amadu. Tonight on Point Blank, I think this is the first time I'm meeting him face to face, even though we've spoken so many times, correct? I'm not sure we've met before.
Yeah, that one is true.
But we've spoken so many times.
Plenty.
Yeah. Tanko Rashid Computer, that is his name.
Yes.
I have had engagements with him. I'm not sure I've met you before. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
Is your title Executive Director or CEO of GIFEC?
Administrator.
So you're administrator of GIFEC?
Yes, administrator of GIFEC.
Where GIFEC is Ghana?
Investment Fund for Electronic Communication.
Okay.
Yes,
I know you're on the second or third floor at the Ministry of Communication.
Yes, fourth floor.
So you're the baby of the Ministry of Communication.
An agency.
An agency. And until last 2 weeks or so, you were deputy director of elections of NDC. Or
I'm still the deputy director of elections.
Who was swerved and given to Madi?
Oh, no. My brother, I've worked closely with him. We are together in this business. I'm in government. You know, he's not in government. Okay. Naturally, at least, he should handle that. Yes, he should handle that while I support him to continue the business. We've been working together, very fruitful, and making sure that we keep them at check.
I know that we plan to speak only about GIFEC.
Yes.
And that was the agreement. But my viewers will not be happy if I don't ask you why I don't call you doctor anymore.
I thought we'll talk about it long. You are still bringing it.
No, I just want so that they'll hear that I don't call you that anymore. It's not because you and GTech your matters.
Yeah, we have resolved the matter.
So no more Dr. Tanko.
Very soon, maybe in the next 2 years.
So you're working on a new one.
Oh, the new one is almost done.
Okay, so Rashid,
I'm done with the first cohort of it. And then,
do you have Abdul in your name or just Rashid?
No, I want to be a lawyer, so let me finish my law course first.
You are doing LLB or?
Yes, I'm doing LLB.
Where?
Wisconsin University.
So you're happy that they say
I'm now level 300.
So. Oh, okay. So you're happy that they say that you won't write entrance exams to Makola.
We will join that team. We'll join that group. So very soon I'll join you.
I've seen a lot of no. By the time you come, I would have been long gone.
No, I'll join you. By the other time, you'll be my senior for just a year or two.
No way. I will not be your senior. I'm finishing this year. You are yet to get your LLB certificate. Don't bring yourself. I'll let you carry my books.
Don't worry, I hear you.
But a lot of your colleague politicians and MPs are actually in the law school.
It's good. It's good. I mean, it's not only to be a practicing lawyer, but it opens your horizon to understand the working environment you find yourself, because in public service and in government you need to have that background. It's very important. Getting to level 300 has opened my horizon a lot of things I didn't know. Now I'm getting to understand.
Are you studying public international law yet?
Yes, no, this is what we are doing now currently.
So it means what's happening with Togo, you understand?
Yes, I'm following through the kind of thing we have learned so far, and then these natural resources and
Anyways, good. How are you doing? How are you doing? How is victory of election? You worked for it, you got it. Unfortunately, your director, you lost him and all of that. But how are you yourself?
It has not been easy, especially losing my boss, Dr. Mani Boama. He was a very good friend, close friend, and then we worked together. But all the same, I mean, like the Muslim would say, under wheels. I mean, so
you can't do anything.
You can't do anything about it. I mean, we've carried on. We're moving with his legacy, and then with my colleagues at the directorate. And now we have our brother Madi, who is the acting director. And then the others, myself, Dr. Atabuatin, Yaira Koku, we are supporting him so that to make sure that we carry on the task that he left us. To carry on. So it's getting on well, and the government is performing fantastic. The government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is performing well, so it's making our work easier. If you have a government which is not performing, then you see that the party will be struggling then to catch up. But since the government is on top of its job, its business, and then it's making the party very easy to operate.
Talking about operating parties, there's a school of thought that says allow the party to run. Don't take party executives and put them in government, because you weaken the party. And allow presidents to choose outside the party. But again, there's another school of thought that no, the president is a party executive. This is their time to also chop something small, so you cannot take it away from them. The view is that if a lot of you are appointed and you leave the party, then your party will not be as strong. What's your comment on that?
Well, that is why the party came out with some recently regulations came out about trying to separate government in terms of operations, government appointees not to contest appoint this in elective positions. I mean, that was the brain behind that, just to strengthen the party in terms of the elective positions, not the appointive. The regulation was targeting appointive, this in elective positions, not appointive one. And that's one thing people didn't understand. The party has two type of positions. We have the elective one and then the appointive one. The appointive one are basically on technical basis. People with technical know-how in certain areas. Expertise. And so those ones, they are appointed. But elected ones are open to all this, because those ones, we describe them as the day-to-day running of the party. Like you have the general secretary, you have the national organizer and all this. These are very active positions which are running day in, day out. And so if you elect somebody who is also having another leg in the government, you can imagine the kind of difficulties the running of the party will face. So that is the reason behind that kind of thing. So government is looking at it. You know, when you are in opposition, you bring all expertise on the table to win the election. And then also when you are forming a government, you need those expertise, those who help you in designing the manifesto, they understand how to implement the aspect of the manifesto and all that. And then so the party forms the government. Okay, and so that is why we are building capacity of members of the party. So if others move, then others come and take over.
Okay.
And you can't be stagnated in one place for all this.
So you campaigned for NDC to win, NDC won. Did you expect to go to GIFEC? Did you go to see the president and say, President, I beg, media is GIFEC I want? How did you end up at GIFEC, and was that a place you were expecting to go to?
Well, that was at the behest of the president. I mean, we have a president who seems to know the capacity and expertise of every person that he was working with at that time. Because looking at where we were at the election directorate, and then we're dealing with a lot of issues with computers and then connectivities, network and all that, technology matters and all this kind of thing. So the president was watching us and observing what we were doing closely. And so he knew where he wanted us to go. Unlike when we won, So it's like he didn't find it difficult in placing us where to go. My colleague, Yaira Kuku, you know, he's handling NIE.
Yeah.
He was a deputy in charge of IT and that aspect. So it fits there. And he's doing fantastic.
So the president knew your strength and tried to give it.
And then try to see that, okay, you go this place. I mean, you can handle it. So if you look at where he placed all of us, it appears he knew what.
So GIFEC is a place you think you have knowledge in?
Yes, I've worked with issues of digitalization, computer issues and all that for a very long time. I mean, when I was in Tamale Teacher Training, I was lecturing in IT. I won the best teacher in IT in Northern Region 2007, came national and came the best IT teacher for 2007, third best teacher, the whole country.
Wow.
And so it's an area that I've been working with. So when people are called computer, they thought it's just a name.
You're actually a computer.
I've been doing that job for a very long time.
What is GIFEC? What do you do at GIFEC?
It's an investment fund. If you look at it, it deals with two areas, underserved and unserved communities. The idea came in that, look, we have a country where the rural communities are virtually cut out when it comes to digitalization. Okay, we are dealing with digitalization. We are digitizing the urban areas. If you look at the MNOs, we call them the mobile network operators. They don't go to the rural areas because they see these areas as not economically viable. So you don't see them put up their mast in those communities. They rather look at communities where they are densely populated, where they can make money. So government sat down and said, no, we cannot allow this to continue. We have to set up an agency that can take care of these underserved and unserved communities so that we can bridge that digital divide between the rural areas and then the urban areas. That's how GIFEC came about. Initially, they were called GIFTEL until 2009 when an act, Electronic Communication Act, was put together, Act 775. And if you look at Section 35 of it, GIFEC is named in there to take care of this rural and then the underserved and unserved communities. So we deal with about 4 thematic areas. One, the rural telephony, where we go and put up our masts or cell sites to connect our rural communities so that they can also make calls and all that.
And you put up, so if you put up the masts, you don't run a telecom company. At least government only had Ghana Telecom, which has since been privatized.
Good.
So how do you get them to come and
beautiful. So this is how we do it. We have some understanding with the MNOs, that is the mobile network operators. So what we do, that we do the roaming technology. So we put up a cell site, and then we have what we call donor site. The donor site is the main telecos being operated by MTN or Telecel or AT. Then our site will take signals from the main towers put up by the main MTN or Telecel or AT. So it will read from it. We call it donor site. It will read from that site and then distribute it to our communities. So our communities around there, they were using roaming technology to catch the network.
So if you put up a cell site in, what's the name of your village?
My village is like Bimbila.
Oh no, Bimbila is not a village, so we can't use Bimbila.
Okay, Jilo, let's say Jilo.
So Jilo, if you put up a mast in Jilo, MTN, Airtel, Tigo, or AT and Telcel, they don't have to come and put any device on there. You are copying their network, or you are pulling their network from another. They are nearby to your place,
to our place,
and redistribute it
to the communities. So the communities there, for instance, so
that way it will not be an MTN mast, it will not be a Vodafone mast.
No,
it is a Ghana's mast.
It's a Ghana. That's this, and we call it GIFEC mast.
And it serves all the networks or just
all the network because it's roaming.
And the networks have to pay because now you are boosting their power.
So that's how we make our money. So our agency is not a subvented government organization.
You generate
we generate our own money, and we generate it through this.
Okay.
And so the traffic that is passing through our cell sites, we calculate the traffic, and then the MNOs which is passing through, it will pay. Okay. So if we have maybe 10,000 calls coming from MTN, they will pay for it. If Telecel is also passing through, Telecel will pay. AT passing through that site, they also pay.
And you do both internet or just call?
We do voice. We do data, and we also do SMS as well.
I see. So you provide that. So for rural communities, So that's where you said you give the two types of communities.
Underserved and unserved.
So these ones are unserved.
These are unserved.
Unserved.
We also provide services for the underserved. The underserved, you go to some communities, you will see, all right, you have MTN mast, huge mast, but nearby communities there, you see that they are not safe.
Or it's not in, or the network with one bar.
Yes, 1 bar or not bar, is fluctuating. So these are underserved communities. So sometimes what we'll do is that we do what we call co-location. We can send some of our radios and go and put it on the mask to boost the network in that community.
So it's a booster station of a kind.
Something like that.
That's what you do for them.
So that they can also get network.
So that's one theme of your work. You said you have three or four.
The second one, we also have what we call the cyber labs, where we provide computer labs for underserved secondary schools and GHS. Let me repeat that one.
Yes.
Computer labs for underserved secondary schools. Yes, otherwise when I say secondary schools, you have been inundated with secondary schools across the country coming to ask for computer labs. So we look at our operational area, the rural communities, where they are challenged in terms of IT for teaching and learning. So we go to those communities and then provide computer labs for them and train the teachers as to how to use it. Just last year like this, we did about 30 of that such schools across the country.
How is a school qualified?
When it is described as a rural community, we have a criteria for qualifying a school as a rural community. For instance, you cannot take Presby or Akraka or Achimota and say there's a rural community.
Okay. So you do, but you do secondary schools? Or
we do JSS. JSS secondary schools. So in the rural community.
So my village school.
Your village school.
Astuary Junction. It's not. It's in Greater Accra. It's in Shai Osudoku. It's under Dodua. But it's Astuary Junction. If we want computer lab, can you come and do for us?
Well, we'll assess.
We have electricity, by the way.
Yes, we will assess.
We are by a main road, the Tamakosombo Road.
We will assess the place. We'll send our team to go and look at the place to see whether you are qualified.
Thank you. This is a formal request to you here after all the years of airtime I've given you. Astuary Junction DA business.
Well, don't worry. Let them apply. The procedure they must
I'll bring the application myself.
Don't worry. We'll look at it.
So that you do it for us.
We'll look at it. So that's one.
You provide a computer lab for them.
Yeah, computer lab.
How do you deal with issue of theft because I sent computers to my village school and people started stealing the computers.
That's another.
Now, the current situation is that we have a computer lab that's built for us, but people can still break through and steal. How do you deal with that? Because then that will be Ghana money being wasted if people steal the computers.
Yes, that is another aspect of our life that we need to reform as a Ghanaians. It's terrible. The computers are meant to train our children, and then some. In fact, crooked people will just go and pick them. I don't know why they are doing such a thing. And so that is a serious matter.
But you encounter such issues
a lot,
projects?
A lot, we do.
So
because of this and our CICs. And apart from the computer labs, we have our called CICs,
What's
Community Information Centers. Every community, we build an ICT center. They are under GFEC. I'm sure you have seen some of them.
No, is it the one they have the megaphones and they are giving announcements?
No,
that's what I call. That's what I know as information center.
No, this one they are. In fact, some people used to call them ICT centers.
Okay,
but we describe them as community information centers because they are meant to train the community in IT.
Okay.
Digital skills training and all that. That you can do everything about IT that you want to do at that place because we provide internet at those centers. So every district you have one of them. In fact, it was started under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, his first term when he was the president. A lot of them were built by Honorable Haruna Idrisu when he was then the communication minister. And my boss also continued. If you go to some of the community, you will see ICT center married with post office together. The issue was that you can do all your IT business within one center. But our opponent came and ran them down. In fact, we had about almost 280 of them completely ran down. I went around, assessed them terribly bad. So last year we had to start renovating some of them to bring them back to life again.
So about how many have you renovated?
Currently, we've done over 40 of them that we have put in shape. We are talking with some of our MPs because these are the centers we are going to use for the 1 million coders.
Okay.
Yes, the community ICT centers. So we are renovating, putting them in shape. And then the RICs, we call them regional innovation centers. They are bigger. They can contain about 200 people at a go. We have renovated almost all of them as we speak now. So to make room for the 1 million coders.
So you have rural telephony, you have ICT. What else do you do at?
We also do what we call girls in ICT. We train rural girls. In fact, we're in Volta region to train 1,000 girls.
Do you remember which town in Volta region?
We brought them from all the districts.
Okay.
And then for the region. In fact, it was so
you did it in
lovely.
Ho?
We did it in Ho. The training was done in their district, but the climax was done at the university, the new university there. UHAS. That's where we did the climax. For the first time, some of the girls, that was their first time of seeing laptops. They've never seen it before.
Wow.
Can you imagine that what is going on in the country? Rural areas, people are learning ICT and they are using stone as mounts and then draw the screen on the blackboard to teach them. And so we did all this training. After we finished, 100 of them were given laptops. You could see how elated they were. They were so happy.
But can they power it? Because going to the village where there's no electricity, how do they power it?
No, what is happening is that if you look at currently, government has done well in rolling out this the chef program, self-help. A lot of the communities have been connected and to electricity.
But
so they are using them.
But
some are still having that challenge.
I'm asking because I don't want our computers to go waste. Because if you give a computer to someone in a village where there's no
that's why we say we assess them to be sure that your community, when you are bringing the laptops, for instance, for your community to set up the lab for you, we want to be sure that you have a electricity grid or all that, so that we can give it to you.
And so your fourth theme is what?
Yes, that is that aspect I've just mentioned, the girls in ICT. Then we also do what we call entrepreneurship training. Yes, this one we target the rural.
It's different from NIP because NIP is.
It's different. Ours, we are targeting the rural folks who are into business and want them to integrate their business into IT. And for instance, you have social media platforms like WhatsApp, you have TikTok, you also have Facebook, and a lot of the women, they don't know that these are business platforms that you can use to market your wares. And so we have a unit partnership. Sustainability and partnership. They go into the communities, bring these women together and train them how to use those platforms to increase their business, market wares and all that. And we did one in OT region. We brought all the district, the women there in the capital and trained them how to use the digital tools.
You have been at GIFEC for 1 year. By the next year, if I invite you here to come and tell me about what you have done 2 years, what do you seek to do in GIFEC to leave a mark behind?
Well, by 1 year already, I mean, the mark is there for a lot of the communities. They are so happy that when we came in, we had just about 950 communities connected. And then as we speak now, within 1 year, we're able to connect about 310 communities.
To what?
To network, mobile network, empower them. We are assessing some of the cell sites which were built by our opponent when we came inherited.
Don't
they didn't power them.
Predecessors.
I mean, they are, of course, they are opponent. You know that. And then we're trying to integrate and work on them to bring them back. Like as we speak currently, we have done simulation and coordination for about 460 cell sites that we are going to roll out just this year alone. So what we are envisaging currently is how we can connect as much as communities, because network challenge is creating security problem for the country. I had a situation where national security wrote to us complaining about that. This robbery that we are seeing in most of the rural communities because of lack of network. They will block, the criminals are also watched. They will see that this community, this side, there's no network, no telephone networks, and they will go and block them. And then they rob the rural folks of their money. And the insurgents who are operating around our borderline, most of the area we don't have that. 75 to 80%. Okay. That's what we are looking at.
What are you hoping to do by the time?
I'm hoping that by 2028, before we go to the next election, we should be doing about 90% of the rural communities. Because currently, I've reached out to some PPP arrangement. I've reached out to service providers who are ready. In fact, private people, they want to come into the rural telephony project by PPP arrangement. so that we will provide the environment, the land for them. Then they will bring their network. So government is not going to spend its money in that. They will bring this thing. And so one of them is thinking of bringing thousands cell sites. That means a lot of communities are going to be connected.
Tanko Rashid Computer, administrator of GIFEC.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us on Premier.
It is well.
I have a few other questions about mischief. I will not do it.
We will do that behind
I'm in Ramadan, so I will not do mischief. I am trying to repent. Thank you so much for joining us, my brother. I wish you all the best. We'll come back to you again in due course to take stock of what you're doing.
Thank you.
So that's Tanko Rashid Computer. He's administrator of the Get Fund. Speaking to us, not Get Fund, GIFEC, forgive me, not Get Fund. You change it soon to what?
DigiFund.
What's that?
Digital Economy Innovation Fund.
You're becoming like somebody I know. People are changing names.
No. We want to expand our scope.
Yeah, you like.
There's a new bill coming.
You are changing name like somebody I know.
No, we just trying to make sure that we expand our scope.
But you blame the other man when he was doing the change of name. Did you not blame him?
It is well.
That will be it for Eyewitness News for this week. I am Omar Sandamado. I did this tonight with the Jubi Wiafia team, produced by Beverly London, Sami Wiafi, Kobina Wilson, and Juliana Odami Osari. Technical support from Emmanuel Latte. Emmanuel Edwin Kwakofi and the New Media team brought us the New Media support. We'll be back on Monday at 17:30 GMT. But if you want more news and current affairs, the big issue tomorrow at 9 a.m., I will be on radio and TV to bring you that. And see you now, that's Channel 1 Newsroom at 8 p.m. tonight with Nana Tufo Boatin. But up next is the Citi sports team that will be bringing you Sports Panorama. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday, inshallah. Good night.
Citi News.